grooming. This week's ScubaTube is sponsored by Scuba Diving History 101. Hi guys, and welcome to a very special episode of ScubaTube. The show is a year old! Woo! So it's gone through some changes along the way, from myself sat behind a desk interviewing brands, to Shaun co-presenting it with me. I say presenting fairly loosely. And a massive thank you to our producer James for putting up with us. He gets a lot of grief from us too.
He loves it.
He's on holiday today, so we have the lovely Robin being our producer and script scroller. So thank you to her as well. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who keeps on tuning in and spreading the word of the show. It really has helped our channel grow and has given us a lot more freedom to do other kinds of videos as well. So anyway, just like Buzz from Home Alone, enough of all that gooey show of affection. Let's jump straight into the news. So global fish wars. Due to climate change and growing nationalism, conflicts could break out over fish stocks. Just like the infamous cod wars between the UK and Iceland. Iceland the country, not the not the shop.
But Iceland the shop do have issues with Iceland the country over the name, apparently.
So these new sort of fish wars could really damage the global food supply and damage marine ecosystems. At the annual American Association of Advancement of Science, which was last Thursday, experts said that with the right management and international cooperation, could see fish numbers thrive and also see fishing fleets increase. But due to climate changes, many species of fish are moving to different parts of the ocean, which could easily threaten individual countries' economies and access to food. Somehow this has also led to a growth of nationalism and could start a new era of fish wars. Yeah, we're actually not making that up. They actually refer to it as fish wars.
Yes, and this official document, the official experts, fish wars.
So it seems the fishing industry is at a crossroads. One path leads them down where everyone gets along, everyone hits their quota for the week, and fish numbers also thrive, or all hell breaks loose and they start a Hunger Games like fishing wars just so that we can have our cod and chips. Yeah. It's similar to the Brexit thing that we talked about a week or two ago, except this is more of a global scale. We really need to kind of knuckle down and just kind of, come on, let's sort everything out.
Yeah.
Get rid of all of this infighting and just concentrate on.
You know, help the fish thrive, help us increase our, it's like when they have the game safaris and stuff, so
certain areas.
Yeah, they're all fenced off, you can hunt, but it actually helps thrive numbers. So something like that with fish, that'd be great. More shipwrecks are going missing, put your teeth in, missing mark. So a while back on ScubaTube, we reported on planes and shipwrecks were vanishing from the ocean bed. Turns out it's happening again, but they might have caught the culprits this time.
Cool.
So 3 Japanese ships that were sank during World War II off the coast of Borneo have been destroyed in an illegal metal salvage operation. The ships in question were said to be in near pristine condition with plenty of thriving coral and marine life. The looting has caused outrage, with some even saying we should send vessels over there to protect the remaining wrecks due to them all being underwater gravesites.
Yeah, seems fair.
Definitely. They were caught by fishermen who were working in the area last month. They took lots of pictures and videos of the large vessel. I can't even say that word today, vessel. But the vessel in question had a crane and a grabber which takes items off the seabed, and obviously they put it on the dock or whatever.
Who's in charge here?
Then it gets, melted down, ships for cash.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
Shipwrecks for cash.
Shipwrecks for cash. Yeah.
.com.
But anyway, obviously because of this evidence, investigation has opened up, and hopefully the people will be caught soon. But this seems to be a 2017 thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Shipwrecks getting pulled up and melted, ships for cash.
Hey. So what caused the pilot whales to beach? So now we've all heard of the news of beaching of pilot whales in New Zealand, but no one really knew why they were doing it until now, that is. At the end of last year, the world's largest seismic testing ship began surveying the waters off the coast of New Zealand in search for oil, and many people believe that this made the whales beach.
Okay.
So if you're not sure what seismic testing is, here's a brief lesson for you. Using an air gun, they blast sound waves miles below the sea bed to help find oil deposits. The air guns are blasted every 12 seconds repeatedly and have been said to be one of the loudest noises in the ocean to date. And the vessel in question can hold up to 96 of these guns. So
96.
Pretty loud.
Yeah.
Scientists have found evidence that these blasts can result in hearing impairment, chronic stress, and displacement behaviour in whales.
So having 600 whales beach themselves on the New Zealand,
There might be a correlation.
Yeah, maybe.
Although we do need to stress that it's an investigation is undergoing into what beached the pilot whales, and no official statement has been released for this recording, but it's fairly...
It's pretty odd that they start doing these tests and then a couple of months later, I mean, that's the biggest incident ever since that they've been using these seismic tests, or doing the tests, there has been whales beached up, just not on this large scale before, so yeah. So the deepest pool in the world is being created. So just like the longest underwater human chain record that we seem to mention every month, another record that's always broken is, yep, you guessed it, the world's deepest pool. So it's actually going to be built in Aurora, which is near Chicago. So the pool is set to be built on a 34-acre site in downtown Aurora. The pool will be 150 foot deep and it will be used for research, rehabilitation, education and training. Talks with the city officials taken just over a year to actually get the project greenlit. The plan is going to start with a beginning pool, which is going to be about 20 feet, and then a second pool, which is going to be built down to 33 feet, and then every other 33 feet, there's basically going to be a ledge, so it's like a stairwell, and it goes down to the 150 feet. But just wait until the British Blue Abyss project is built, which will plan to be 50 metres or 164 foot deep. Yes.
It's just continually... Yeah, we had Nemo 33, then Y40, then we got this one, and then ours.
All they're going to do, so when a Blue Abyss gets built, they're just going to go, right guys, here's a shovel, and this other one in all right. Look, we're a metre deeper than you.
Lost Dutch ships off Java. So 3 ships that sank off the coast of Java during World War II have disappeared. It's another one of these stories. The wrecks were reported as missing way back in 2016 when an international expedition was sent to the wreck sites to mark the 75th anniversary of the sea battle.
I think they're around here somewhere.
That's horrible. They went there and of course... They're not where they left.
No.
So just like the Japanese ships off Borneo, it's believed that they've been brought up to the surface and scrapped for their metal. Although an inquiry hasn't started yet, there are a dozen other Dutch shipwrecks in the region that date back to the 17th century. It wouldn't surprise if they kick one into action soon before other wrecks go missing. It's, as you said, it's an ongoing thing. People just need to be nicking wrecks.
Seems to be, normally, you'd understand it, I like this cannon or certain artifacts. They're taking
the entire
wrecks.
thing.
It's not just little bits.
Wow.
Anyway, so the Underwater Photographer of the Year has been announced. Yep, it's February. That means it's time for the Underwater Photographer of the Year to be announced. It's February. So I'm guessing, even though it says 2017, it's actually meant for 2016. But anyway, so this year has seen the biggest entries ever. It's got 4,500 entries from 67 different countries.
Cool.
It's no doubt because of the improvement of the equipment, which gets better and better each year. And who are the winners, should we say? So, well, in the UK, the award went to Nick Blake for his photo called Out of the Blue. The other winners include Gabrielle Barith. I did actually get to say that.
Barithue,
yes, I do apologise for that. For his photo Dancing with the Octopus, which is pretty cool. And then also you have,
You got all the hard ones.
I did. Why did I do this to myself? So you got Yate Wa. Is it Wei? Yate Wei. It's a Korean chap. And you also have winners from Nicola Giorgiero as well. Is that how you pronounce that?
Nikolai Giorgio?
Giorgio, yeah. So
Nikolai.
Brilliant. We did so good on names today. It's been a year. And in all honesty, I should have thought about this and you should have said this. Like we said, I know Sally's going to be watching as well, so I do apologise. So all the entries have been put in the link below so you can look at them there as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures.
So this is the part of the show where we normally take a look at the latest scuba diving clips on YouTube. But because it's our first birthday, here are some bloopers instead.
See?
The largest.
Stop.
My hair's in it.
Okay, stop. This is going really well. So anyway. Stand up straight, please, Matt.
Yes, Mum.
Let's just start from let's do that from the beginning.
Thank you again for an amazing year of ScubaTube. It's been fun filming it. Maybe not as fun as the last week's Weird Wednesday, which has now popped up in the above link somewhere up there. Thanks for watching, guys, and safe diving. Bye. If you want to see more videos like this, click over here to watch them, and don't forget to subscribe, otherwise we'll hurt this little kitten.